Greetings to you all. Welcome to Class 9. Unit 4, Prose, 17 Oranges, Book Back Exercise, Part 2. Dear children, already we have done till vocabulary. Okay. Now, moving on to page 95 from listening passage. Listen to the play, The Red Peacock. The incident described in the one-act play happened as a result of people's responses and action. Now shall we listen? 17 Oranges. F section. Listen to the play and answer the questions that follow. Krishna Deva Raya's greedy minister, Chatur Pandit, arrives at court with a red peacock. Krishna Deva Raya: I've never seen such a creature. Courtiers: we agree. Chatur Pandit: please accept this gift, Your Majesty. My servants searched the jungles to find this creature. Tenali Raman thinks, how can a bird so bright survive in the jungle? It will be easily spotted by other animals. Krishna Deva Raya: thank you, Chatur Pandit. How can we reward you? Chatur Pandit: Your Majesty, 1,000 gold coins will be enough, as I spent that to get the bird. Tenali Raman: Your Majesty, I think we should observe this peacock for a while before we give Chatur Pandit his reward. I'll go to the jungles and get more birds like these. Krishna Deva Raya: all right, Tenali, you have 2 weeks. Tenali Raman did not go to the jungles. Tenali Raman to his attendants: look for the person who has painted that peacock red. Attendants: yes, sir. The attendants found the painter. Tenali Raman to his painter: don't worry, I won't punish you. Just paint another 4 peacocks the same color. Painter: yes, sir. Tenali Raman takes the peacocks to the court 2 weeks later. Krishna Deva Raya: bravo, Tenali. Treasurer, give him 1,000 gold coins. Tenali Raman: that is not what they cost, Your Majesty. Krishna Deva Raya: what is your price then, Tenali Raman? Tenali Raman says, a bugger of water, a bag of red paint, and a gold coin for the artist. Krishna Deva Raya angrily: Chatur Pandit, I sentenced you to... Tenali Raman: Your Majesty, your desire for fame led you to believe a red peacock could exist for a long time. There has been needless spending on such curiosities. It is better that your subjects are prosperous rather than a display of wealth. I request you to let Chatur Pandit go and reward the artist for highlighting the matter. Krishna Deva Raya: you are right, Tenali. Chatur Pandit falls at the king's feet. Your Majesty, please forgive me. Krishna Deva Raya: I will do so, but you are banished from the court for a month, and you must return the gifts you got earlier. It starts to rain, and the peacocks dance. The rain washes off their red color. Krishna Deva Raya laughs. Look, Tenali. Tenali smiles. The people of the kingdom dance in the rain. The people to each other: we are lucky to have a king who is not afraid to admit his mistake. Chatur Pandit walks home alone in the rain. Okay, so I hope you understood. So, ye mara kudadu, ye mata kudadu. Alright, because we will be caught. Now complete the table with suitable responses: cause, action, and effect. Shall we do? Okay. Krishna Deva Raya wants all the best things in the world. So, best things, what will be the action? He pays 1,000 gold coins for the red peacock. So, the effect na? Krishna Deva Raya is cheated. Next one. Chatur Pandit is greedy and wants to get rich. So, the action nagum? He brings a peacock cunningly painted red. So, the effect? The king banishes him from the court for a month. Next one. Tenali Raman wants to find out the truth. Action: he hires a painter and paints 4 peacocks red. What is the effect? He proves that the king spends money needlessly. Fine, children? Okay, G section. Answer the following questions based on your listening. Why did Chatur Pandit ask the king for 1,000 gold coins? Chatur Pandit bought a red peacock, cunningly painted it red. The king was very happy. Chatur Pandit said that he had spent 1,000 gold coins to catch the peacock. So he asked the king to reward him with 1,000 gold coins. Second one, where did Chatur Pandit find the red peacock? According to Chatur Pandit, he found the red peacock in a jungle. Third one, what sort of a person was Chatur Pandit? Chatur Pandit was greedy and he wanted to become rich. Fourth one, state whether the statement is true or false. Tenali was given 3 weeks to bring more red peacocks. Right or wrong? False. Tenali was given only 2 weeks to bring more red peacocks. Fifth one, why did the people feel that they were lucky to have Krishna Deva Raya as their king? The people felt that they were lucky to have Krishna Deva Raya as their king because the king was not afraid to admit his mistake. Fine, children? Okay, moving on to speaking section, H section, okay? Work in groups of 4. Choose one of the situation given below. Discuss how the story would have been different if dash. You know the story. The first one is Pongo had pardoned the narrator for scolding him. So Pongo இருக்கிறாங்க இல்லையா அந்த policeman. So அவங்கள மன்னிச்சிட்டாங்கனாக்கா என்னாகும்? The narrator would have taken the oranges home and eaten leisurely. He would not have lost his liking for oranges. So கதவுல சாத்தி வச்சிட்டு அவசரப்பட்டனால தானே our boy ate all the 17 oranges in a hurry burry and he disliked oranges afterwards. So leisurely விட்டுருந்தாக்கா ஹாப்பியாக சாப்பிட்ருப்பாங்க இல்லையா that one. Second one, Pongo had arrived on the scene before the last orange was eaten. சரி 17 orange சாப்பிட்றாங்க, லாஸ்ட் orange சாப்பிடும்போது வந்தாங்கன்னு என்ன இருக்கும்? The narrator would have lost his job and he would have been sent to prison. மாட்டிருந்தாங்க, job போயிருக்கும், then prison. Third one, Pongo had forgotten to lock the door properly, but the narrator only discovered it just before Pongo returned. So just imagine, Pongo did not lock the door properly. கரெக்டாக டோர்லாம் சாத்தலை அண்ட் கஷ்டப்பட்டு எல்லாம் சாப்பிட்டு முடிஞ்ச அந்த டைமில் தான் கவனிக்கிறாங்களாமே ஓகே டோர் சாத்தலை தப்பிச்சிருக்கலாம் அப்படின்னு. என்னாகும்? திஸ் ஸ்டோரி வுட் நாட் மேக் எனி சேஞ்ச் டு த எண்ட் ஆஃப் த ஸ்டோரி. ஏன்னா ஆல்மோஸ்ட் முடிஞ்சது இல்லையா, இப்போ லாக் பண்ணா என்ன பண்ணலன்னா என்ன. ஓகே, மூவிங் ஆன் டு ரைட்டிங் செக்ஷன் சில்ட்ரன். I section, work in groups and discuss. Then write a diary entry in about 60 to 80 words describing your feelings and emotions for the given situations. So diary entry, imagine you are Pongo. So நீங்க யாரு? Pongo. So first one is your feelings when you caught the boy. So நீங்க போலீஸா இருந்தாக்கா அந்த பாயை பிடிச்சாக்கா என்ன மாதிரி ஒரு ஃபீலிங்ஸ் வந்திருக்கும்? I was very angry when I caught the boy. He had stolen 17 oranges. It must have been his regular habit. அப்படி நினச்சிருப்பீங்க இல்லையா? இப்போ நீங்கள் தான் போலீஸ் நினச்சிக்கோங்க Pongo. So this was the good chance as a policeman to get rid of this thief. But I wanted a strong witness to bring charges against him. After keeping the 17 oranges on the table, I went out to bring another policeman to be my witness. But it did not help me. சானா இவ்வளோ கஷ்டப்பட்டு பண்ணிட்டோம், நிரூபிக்க முடிஞ்சதா தப்ப இல்லை இல்லையா? தட்ஸ் வை. செகண்ட் ஒன், your feelings and emotions when you came back and found the oranges gone. ஸோ கஷ்டப்பட்டு ஒரு விட்னஸ் அழைச்சிட்டு வந்துருக்கிறீங்க. Before that, oranges are over. I wanted a strong witness to bring charges against him. After keeping the 17 oranges on the table, I went out to bring another policeman to be my witness. But when I came back with another policeman, the 17 oranges were missing. I knew very well that they must have been eaten by the narrator, but I could not prove it. The evidence against him had gone. I was very angry and dejected, but I have to leave him free. Okay? So என்னதான் கோவம் வருது, பட் என்ன பண்ண முடியும்? விட்னஸ் இல்லையே, சாட்சியோ ஆதாரமோ தடயங்கள் எதுவும் இல்லாமல் அவன் என்ன பண்ண முடியாது? We can't put him in jail or leave him from the job. Okay, children? Okay, next one is reading section. Now read the hilarious anecdote from the life of a journalist and enjoy. In 1977, Mr. Nicholas Scotti, a journalist from San Francisco, flew from America to Italy to visit his cousins. The plane stopped for an hour in JFK Airport in New York. Mr. Scotti thought he was at Rome Airport and got off the plane. Of course, his cousins were not there to meet him. Mr. Scotti spent 2 days in the New York, believing he was in Rome. In the letters, his cousins always talked about the traffic problems and the famous buildings in Rome. Mr. Scotti decided to find their home without their help. On his journey round the city, Mr. Scotti asked a policeman to tell him the way to the bus station. Mr. Scotti asked him in Italian. Luckily, the policeman was an Italian from Naples, Italy, and could reply in the same language. On the next day, after 12 hours of traveling around by buses, Mr. Scotti was surprised that the policemen and drivers speak in English. A policeman tried to tell him that he was in New York, but Mr. Scotti didn't believe it and even got angry. So actually he wanted to go from one place and actually he wanted to go to Rome. ரோம்க்கு போகணும்னு நினச்சாங்க. ஆனால் இட்டலியில் ஸ்டாப் பண்ணோன்னு அங்கே இறங்கியாச்சு. இதுதான் ரோம்னு நினச்சிட்டு சுற்றி 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 வராங்களாம்மா. ஸோ ஆக்சுவலி ராங் பஸ் ஸ்டாப்பில் இறங்கிட்டு, இட் மீன்ஸ் ராங் பிளேஸில் இறங்கி சுற்றிட்டு. ஸோ ஹீ இஸ் வெரி அப்செட். ஃபைன் சில்ட்ரன். ஓகே, now next one, J section. Complete the following table with information from the anecdote about Mr. Scotti's short trip. Okay, here you have name and Nicholas Scottis. Name what? Nicholas Scotti. Occupation? Journalist. Reason for his trip? To visit some cousins. Means of transport? Flight. Destination? Italy. அதாவது ரோம்க்கு போக வேணும். ஆனால் எங்கே இறங்கியாச்சு? வேறு இடங்களில் இறங்கியாச்சு. K section children. Circle the best option. In New York, Mr. Scotti left the plane because he thought he dash. Your options are: had to change the plane, was in Rome, had to phone his cousins, had to look at the airport. So what is the answer? Mr. Scotti left the plane. இறங்கியாச்சு. ஏன்? He thought that he was in Rome. வந்துருச்சுன்னு இறங்கிட்டாங்க. Second one, he decided to find his cousin's home without their help. He asked the policeman for information in Italian because he dash. சரி, தப்பான பிளேஸில் இறங்கிட்டு he thought, okay, நாமளே அவங்க சஸ்பென்ஸாக போய் விசிட் பண்ணிடலாம், அவங்களை ஏன் சிரமப்படுத்துன்னு பண்ணுறாங்க. Your options are: thought he was in Italy, knew the policeman, didn't speak any other language, liked the language. So what was answer? He thought he was in Italy. ஸோ இட்லியில் இருக்கிறேன்னு நினச்சிட்டு அந்த லாங்குவேஜில் பேசுகிறாங்க. ஸோ அங்கே இருக்கிற போலீஸ்மேனும் அதே லாங்குவேஜ் பேசவே அவருக்கு ஒரு கன்ஃபர்மேஷன் ஆச்சு, நம்ம அந்த கரெக்டாக தான் இருக்கிறோன்னு. பட் ஆக்சுவலி ஹி வாஸ் நாட் தேர். ஃபைன். தேர்ட் ஒன். On the next day, Mrs. Scotti was dashed at how the local people responded to his queries. Next day தான் everybody started to talk in English. Okay, your options are surprised, unhappy, glad, upset. ஸோ அப்போ தான் ஆச்சரியமாகப்படுறாரு, சர்ப்ரைஸ்டு, என்னடா இது வேறு லாங்குவேஜிலலாம் பேசுகிறாங்களே அப்படின்னு. Fourth one, circle the 3 words that best describe Mr. Scotti. Your options are clever, unlucky, stupid, successful, miserable, happy. ஸோ இங்கே என்ன பண்ணலாம்? அன்லக்கி சூட் ஆகுது, கிளவர் சூட் ஆகலை, ஸ்டூபிட் சூட் ஆகுது, successful no, miserable yes. Fine children. Okay, moving on to L section. Have you experienced any unexpected turns of events in your life? What happened? How did you feel about it at that moment? How did you feel about it now? Write an article for your school magazine describing your experience in about 150 words. Everybody would have got some memorable events. மறக்க முடியாத நிறைய மலரும் நினைவுகள் இருக்கும் இல்லையா? ஸோ அந்த மாதிரி ஏதாவது உங்களுக்கு நடந்திருக்குதா? எனக்கு நடந்திருக்குப்பா, நிறைய நடந்திருக்குது. ஸோ நீங்கள் என்னமா இருந்திருந்தாலும் சரி, ஹவு மெனி இன்சிடென்ட்ஸ், ஆல் தி இன்சிடென்ட்ஸ் கீப் ஆன் ரைட்டிங். ஸோ கீப் ஆன் ரைட்டிங் லைக் ஆட்டோபயோகிராஃபி. எழுதி 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 1 page 2 page 3 page எழுதி எழுதி யூ கேன் பப்ளிஷ் அ புக். சரியா? ஸோ எய்தர் யூ கேன் ரைட், இஃப் யூ ரைட் யுவர் ஓன் புக், தட் இஸ் கால்ட் அஸ் ஆட்டோபயோகிராஃபி. நீங்கள் சொல்லி வேறு யாராவது எழுதினாங்கன்னா அதுக்கு பேர் பயோகிராஃபி. ஃபைன். ஓகே சில்ட்ரன், இஃப் யூ ஆர் ரெடி டு ரைட் மை ஆட்டோபயோகிராஃபி, யூ கேன் ஆஸ்க் மீ. ஆர் இஃப் யூ வாண்ட் மீ டு ரைட் யுவர் பயோகிராஃபி, அதுக்கும் ஐ எம் ரெடி. ஃபைன் சில்ட்ரன். ஸோ நம்ம ஒரு புரட்சி பண்ணலாம். ஓகே ஃபைன். நவ் லெட் அஸ் டூ தி ஒன் anecdote here. In 2005, I was going on holy visit to Velangani from Chennai. It was an SETC bus. The bus stopped at a hotel on the way at midnight. There was a fleet of SETC buses, and I got off the bus to have my supper. I was sitting behind my bus conductor and having my supper in order that I might not miss the bus. I got distracted seeing a man with 6 fingers and eating with the left hand. Meanwhile, the conductor finished his supper and went out immediately. In that place, another conductor had sat, which I didn't notice. I thought that it was the same conductor in front of me, and I was leisurely taking my supper. When I went to wash my hands, and soon I noticed it was not the same conductor paying the bill. I ran out anxiously. Unfortunately, the bus didn't start. I boarded the bus and was about to sit on the seat when I noticed it was not the man beside whom I sat. I communicated it to another conductor whose bus was bound to Rameshwaram. He saw my ticket and allowed me to travel by that bus without charging additionally. Fine. அதாவது இது நிறைய நடக்கும். சரியா? when we go in a bus, no, எங்கேயாவது இறங்கிட்டோம், பக்கத்து நம்ம பஸ் மாதிரியே எல்லாமே இருக்குமே, everything will look just like that, and unknowingly we may board another one bus. So like that only this incident is. Okay, so I hope all of you understood. We'll do the remaining grammar section in the next episode. Fine children? Okay, don't miss to watch other lesson explanation, book back exercise and other videos.